Tip number one is to shop the thrift stores during the week. Most people go shopping at the thrift stores on Saturday, and if that's your only option, that's okay. But if you can go during the week, I think you're able to find a lot better items. I like to go maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday. I think those are really great days to go. There's gonna be less competition for items, and generally the stores are better stocked. Tip number two, we all know that the thrift stores have really great prices. So if you're somebody like me who likes to change out your decor often, or even just change out your decor seasonally, the thrift store is a great place because you're able to buy decor for really cheap, sometimes do a quick DIY. If you find that in 6 months, a year, 2 years, you're ready for new decor, you didn't spend a lot at the thrift store to get that piece, so you don't have that guilt of buying a really expensive piece that you feel like you need to keep in your house for 10, 20 years just because you spent a lot of money on it.
So I'm definitely drawn to the wood items right now. I love this little bowl for $1.50. Definitely needs some work, but I think we could bring it back to life.
So I'm going to start by sanding this bowl. There was some black marks on it, so I wanted to make sure I got off most of the black marks before I continued. I also went to Hobby Lobby and grabbed a fine tip paint pen. I didn't have one that was a fine tip, so I wanted something that was a fine tip for this project. I also grabbed one in white. For this bowl, I wanted to add some fun geometric shapes, nothing too difficult. So I started by just adding a row of X's across this bowl, and this paint pen worked perfectly for this project. Then I just had fun with it. I went in and added some squares, and then I put some triangles on top and created some lines, did some more different geometric patterns, and I kept adding until I liked the way it looked and enjoyed the final look. And in the end, this was just like really quick and fun project to do, and I love the way it turned out. Now, tip three, I know that I've mentioned in a previous video, and it's about buying larger items. Larger items at the thrift store give you the most bang for your buck whenever you're shopping at the thrift store. So look for larger items you can incorporate into your home, or maybe items that you could repurpose or do a DIY with.
I really like this coffee table. It's kind of like a butcher block. They want $50 for it. I think if it was completely sanded down and the polyurethane would be removed, it would make a really cool contemporary coffee table. All right, you guys, I just found a really good find. I never see globes at my thrift stores. I'm always on the lookout for them. It is really high priced. They want $15 for it, but I'm kind of in love. I love the size. I love that it's vintage, so I definitely think I'm gonna get it. I love this cute little magazine rack. There's so many fun DIYs you can do with these.
I've been looking for one of these magazine holders for a while, so I was really excited to find it. I started just by cleaning it up, then I went through and tightened all of the screws on it because they had definitely come loose. Next, I decided that I wanted to paint this. So I'm going to do 2 coats of just a Waverly white chalk paint. Now, whenever you're painting something like this with a lot of different, angles and stuff, it does take a while. So I like to use about a 2-inch brush for jobs like this.
I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen,
I wanted to create a stencil to put on the front of this, so I went into my Cricut and found these really pretty flowers. I sized them down to be the size that would fit on the front of my magazine holder. And then I used some of Cricut's removable vinyl and I cut out the outer portion of this stencil. And then I went through, pulled out the inner portion because I don't need that portion because I just want the outline for a stencil. Then I'm going to peel my stencil off and I'm going to put it on the front portion of my magazine holder. And I'm going to repeat that with the other stencil on the other side. I like that they're a little bit different, but I think they go well together. And then I'm going to use a color called Fawn, which I've been loving lately by Waverly. And I'm just going to do one light coat and then I'll remove the stencil. The thing I love about these is they're really versatile. I mean, you can definitely put books in there, you could put magazines. Other great options would be to put towels in it in your bathroom. You could also organize shoes, like if you wanted to put it right by your front door. There's just a lot of great options for these. So if you see one of these at your thrift store, I definitely recommend picking it up. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.